Hello students, we are going to learn 1.6 into the wild. Here, firstly, we shall see the icebreakers. The first point, narrate in your class any of the incident of your life when you are extremely terrified or awestruck. You can give your own experiences there. I have given my experiences. When I was 7 years old, I was lost in a village fair. Or while I was walking along the road, I saw a tiger crossing the road before me. Or when our teacher, without any precautions, declared at once that he was going to give us a test. Then, second point, complete the given table regarding the factors, situations, reasons why you sometimes get scared, and the factors that add to it. Give possible solutions. So the reasons are there, factors which add to it, and the solutions are there. Reasons first, while discussing about the strange creatures, which factors add to it at midnight or in the absence of parents, and what are the solutions to this? Avoid such discussions, stories as they are baseless. Secondly, the reasons if I get lost somewhere and cannot find my way home. The factors which add to it if I am alone, if it is at night, or if the place is lonely. The solution to it are find out the way, route in detail beforehand, try not to go out at night alone. Then, third, reasons just before the exams. Which factors are to it if I am not prepared for them or if I have not studied? What are the solutions to this? Have a regular timetable for studies. Make sure that I find a way to prepare the difficult subject. Then next point, given below are the various activities which you can pursue as your hobby, passions or professions. Complete the table accordingly. The first two have been done for you. First is painting. Painting is hobby, passion and profession also. Means here the reason for that hobby or painting is I can express myself well through the strokes of brush. Then secondly, the activity is traveling. Traveling can be hobby also, passion also, profession also. And why it is painting is a good activity or traveling is good activity here? In tourism, there is a great demand for the professional tourist guides. So we have seen two. Then the third, wildlife photography. Now wildlife photography can be hobby also, can be passion also, but it cannot be profession because in the age of means here the challenge is there in the age of computers limited professional scope is there. Then fourth, conserving environment. Conserving environment cannot be hobby, it can be passion and it can be profession also. The challenge of this activity is that in a world which is careless, a tremendous challenge is there. When people are not paying attention to the environment and you are going to conserve the environment, then it is a great challenge before you. Then the bird watching is hobby also, then it can be passion also, but bird watching cannot be profession. So the reason for that extremely interesting and rewarding, but professional opportunities are few. Means you cannot get a job there or you cannot do a career in that field bird watching activity. Okay, so we have learned this also. Then we are turning towards the uh, lesson 1.6 into the world. About the writer, we are going to learn the writer Kiram Purandare. About Kiram Purandare, we are going to see here. The writer Kiram Purandare was born in 1961. After BCom, he studied environmental studies at Jordanhead College of Education in Scotland. Awards received by Kiram Purandare. Here, Sahitya Puraskar he received. Secondly, Pune's Bhai Madhav Bagal Award he received. And thirdly, Best Literature Award given by Cultural Department of Maharashtra State for his book Shaka Nagjira. After spending 400 days inside Nagjira and nearby forest areas and wrote this award-winning book Shaka Nagjira. You can find this or see the book in the picture. He is a wildlife expert, a bird watcher, a writer, and honorary wildlife warden in Maharashtra. He is also a founder of Nisarg Ved organization working for nature conservation and community work around Nagjira, Navegaon, Tiger Reserve in Bhandara and Gondia district. He also founded Kikad Bird Club in order to spread bird farming, which is very popular among school going children of Maharashtra. In the past, first, what is there we are going to see. This lesson has been divided into two parts. The first part consists of this kind of thing we shall see here. Lost in the Jungle, the title itself gives the idea of the amazing experience of the writer Kiram Purandare. He gives details of how he got lost on his way at the fall of the dusk and the terrifying turmoil he faced thereafter. He narrates how he escaped and found his way towards Peterbury at last. Part 2. This part has been taken from She and Traveler magazine published by Land Rover India. It is about Shaj Jung. Who is Shaj Jung? Known for his wildlife photography. This part briefly tells us about his entry into the world of wildlife photography. The insight he received during this journey related the loss of the habitat of the wild animals and the genuine efforts that he took by establishing BCRTI for the conservation of forest. BCRTI, the long form of BCRTI, Buffer Conflict Resolution Trust of India. Now, actually, we are going to learn the lesson here into the wild. Part 1 Lost in the Jungle. So, firstly, we shall read the first part. The 8.5 hour long day inside the hide was as fruitful as the jamba tree standing tall on the edge of Umbarzara. Before wrapping up my days at this natural waterhole, I took entries of avifauna in my field notes. Since I was alone, I rushed to Pitezhar village where I was stationed. I camouflaged the hide, took my essentials, came out of the hide, and stretched out to my heart's content. I lifted my camera bag and took the familiar trail to Pitejhari. The new words of this part: hide means a hiding place. Wrapping up means completing or finishing something. Avifauna means birds of a particular region or geological period. Station means put oneself at a certain place. Camouflage means disguise by covering to shoot the surrounding. Trail means a path through a rough country. So the meaning of this part, the writer Kiram Purandare tells us that the time spent inside the hide was as successful as the jamba tree. Before completing his day at the natural waterhole, he made entries of the bird in his field notes or notebook. As he was alone, he was in a hurry to go to the village called Pitizhari, where he had put himself. He camouflaged means disguised his hiding place to suit the surrounding and came out of the hide from with his essentials. After he had come out, he stretched himself to his heart's content. He wanted to be comfortable after sitting for a long time inside the hide. Then he picked up his camera bag and started walking along the familiar trail or path to Pitejhari. This is the meaning of that. Then next part, negotiating the web leaves of teakwood or and moh trees, trying to make minimal sound. I was treading cautiously among the woods. Walking alone in a jungle needed more alertness than walking with a companion. I was alone here like a fox, following the trail silently, watching with wide open eyes. My ears were grasping a variety of sound just when a familiar sound stunned me. Cack, cack, cackers, cack. It was the langur alarm call. The leader of the gang of langurs was sitting on the tall tree making alarm calls out of fear for life. Rest of the langur brigade continued raising the alarm calls. The network of the alarm calls was expanding its range as the petrified langur speeded to the trees near and far and secured their places on treetops. The new words of this part, negotiating means getting past or getting over. Minimal means minimum. Stun means shocked. Langur means a long tailed large monkey, usually with a grey or cream colored body and a black face, native to South and Southeast Asia. In this picture, you will find the langur is there. Then brigade. Brigade means a group of people who work together for a particular purpose. Raging. Raging means increasing level of something. Expanding means making something bigger. Petrified means very frightened. Near and far means all over, covering a wide area. Secured means made something shape. So these are the new words. Then the meaning of this part, the writer was walking carefully among the woods, getting over the web leaves of the teakwood and moh trees, trying to produce minimum sound. He tells that walking with a companion in a jungle is easy, but walking alone in a jungle needs more alertness. He was just like a fox there. He compares himself with a fox because foxes are solitary animals and they move around and hunt alone. The writer had also come alone with his eyes wide open and grasping ears. He walked along the trail silently. Suddenly he heard a familiar sound which shocked him. The sound was cack, cack, cackers, cack. It was the alarm call given by langur. Langur is a long-tailed large animal, usually with a grey or cream colored body and a black face, native to South and Southeast Asia. To save life, leader of the gang of langurs was giving alarm calls by sitting on the tall trees. Remaining langurs of the brigade or the gang also joined in increasing the alarm calls. Very frightened by the network of the alarm calls, the langur speeded to the trees, covering wide area, made their places secure or safe. Then next part. All this upheaval was created by only one animal's presence, a leopard. Many animals make alarm calls when they see a predator, tiger or leopard nearby. The langur is the most reliable when it comes to finding clues about the presence of the apex predators in the jungle. The mighty elusive leopard of Umbardhara was out of its lair. He was on the prowl. The stealthily moving figure in spotted gold black cloak was spied by these langurs. Even the small ones from the legion of langurs were giving alarm calls. Chuck, chuck. I stayed put. Get the leader's langur's target sight and scanned the area usually, took some steps, stopped again. The new words of this part: upheaval means uproar or disturbance. Predator means an animal that preys on other animals. Reliable means trustworthy or dependable. Clue means guiding fact. Apex means topmost. Elusive means difficult to find, catch, or achieve. Lair means den or secret place. On the prowl means moving around in search of prey. Stealthily means secretly. Legion, a great number of people or things. To stay put means remain somewhere without moving. And gauge means judge. The meaning of this part: there was uproar in the jungle, and it was only because of the presence of the only one animal, that was a leopard. Such alarm calls are made by many animals only when a predator is seen by them. Predators are the animals that prey on the other animals. They are the tiger and leopard. It was signal that a leopard that was rarely seen was out of its den or secret place. It was in search of food that is any other animal. The golden black leopard was seen by those langurs. The little ones or small ones of langurs were producing sound chuck chuck to give alarm call that their enemy had arrived in the nearby area. The rider remained or stopped where he was. He did not move. He judged Langur's target site and keenly observed the area. He walked a few steps and stopped again. Then, next part: a fresh cat was lying before me on the trail. The bluish purple flies were hovering over it. I was sure the leopard was somewhere near. The distant alarm calls of four-horned antelope was adding to the chaos. I barely walked around 15 meters and stopped. I had apparently entered in the sanctum of a miracle called leopard. But the big cat was not visible. It is an elusive animal. The surroundings were reminding me that I was all alone time and again. As I moved forward on the trail to Pitijari, the feeding alarm calls were still heard in the background. I could tell instinctively that the leopard had moved away. The new words of this part: scat. Scat means animal droppings. Hovering. Hovering means fluttering in the air. Antelope means deer-like animal with hollow horns. Chaos means complete disorder or confusion. Barely means only or just. Apparently means openly or evidently. Sanctum means the holy of the holies, a place, region where a few are allowed as the secret or important work is done. Time and again means frequently or again and again. Fading means growing faint. Instinctively means without conscious thought, by natural response, or usually. The meaning of this part: the writer walked some steps and stopped again. He saw a fresh cat, means animal dropping, lying on the trail. A swarm of bluish purple flies was fluttering over the cat. The writer was sure that the leopard was very close to him. He went only 15 meters forward and stopped. Apparently, he had entered the sanctum, that is a holy place where few are allowed as the secret or important task is done. It was the holy place of the leopard where human beings were not allowed to enter. The writer was reminded again and again he was solitary or all alone. When the writer walked farther on the trail to Pettigrew, he still heard the fading alarm calls of the bag in the background. Easily or instinctively, he could tell that the leopard had moved. Then the next part. Meanwhile, I saw a man standing at a distance with a stick in his hand. As I approached, he appeared spooked due to alarm calls of the leopard. We greeted each other. He was Raju Escape from Peterborough. He had come to collect logs but retreated due to the leopard's movement. Raju was amazed at my regular shoulder visits to Umbarzara, the haven for tigers, leopards, and sloth bears. We stopped under a kusum tree to take a break. We both felt a bit relaxed. Now we were four eyes, four hands with a stick. Then both resumed our walking tour. There was one tiny track that broke out of the main trail. I will take this route. You go straight, said Raju, and turn right. The new words of this part. Meanwhile means meantime. To approach means to move near. Spook, spooked means frighten. Logs, pieces of wood fallen from trees. To treat To retreat means to move backwards. Heaven means a place of safety or refuge. To feel relaxed means to feel happy and comfortable. Tiny, tiny means very small. The meaning of this part. In the meantime, the writer saw a man at a distance with a stick in his hand. When he moved near the man seemed to be frightened because of the alarm calls of the leopard. They greeted each other. The man was Raju Escape from Peterborough, who had come to collect pieces of wood. But due to the leper's movement, he had turned backwards. Raju was very much surprised when he came to know that the writer alone visited the jungle of Umbardhara, which was heaven, means a place of safety or refuge for tigers, leopards, and sloth bears. To rest for a while, they stopped under a kusum tree. Both of them felt very happy and comfortable. Then they had the company of each other. They continued their walking tour. When they came to a very small track branching from the trail, Raju told the writer that he would take the route that is the small track, and he advised the writer to go straight. Here both of them parted and took on different ways. So we have learned some of the part of this lesson into the wild. We shall see the next part in the next video. By then, see you again. Bye.